In my first video of today, I mentioned that, fake news. Zero Hedge posted some stuff, charts and whatnot they got basically from the Federal Reserve, and the mainstream is trying to, poo-poo Zero Hedge on their sources. They didn't name their sources, so it's fake news. Oh wait, it's from the Federal Reserve. Sorry about that. AlexanderHiggins.com. I've mentioned a couple of, at least 2 or 3 articles of his. Time to time, there's some good stuff on here. The unemployment rate, I love this. The unemployment rate is the definition of fake news. When you hear that, 5%, 5%, when you hear that, that's fake news. And let me just, right off the bat, let's go to screen 2. Oh, that's screen 5. That's the old game show. Stand by. Stand by, Captain. All right, scene 1, scene 2. Labor force participation rate from 1976 to 2016. Here's 2008, 9, and 10. Okay. Crisis happened. Not looking good. People not in the labor force, thousands. 1990, bottom left. 2016, current, top right. People not in the labor force. As you can see, the monthly change is in the red. Little candlesticks up and down. Do you see more up candlesticks or down candlesticks? Because the up ones mean that's how many more are not in the labor force. 13 charts of Obama's recovery that Donald Trump must deal with. Student loans, food stamps, federal debt, money printing, healthcare costs, labor force participation, black inequality, median family income, and home ownership. So I'm going to the full article because it's a pretty good one. 13 Federal Reserve charts outlining the accomplishments of Obama's economic recovery, so-called recovery, that Donald Trump will have to deal with. And we'll get a closer look at those in a second. Back in July, the Washington Post claimed to debunk 9 charts that Donald Trump tweeted, which were represented by Zero Hedge, where they came from, to illustrate the accomplishments of Obama's economic recovery. The Washington Post took up the task of fact-checking the charts because Zero Hedge didn't source the charts with an officially approved source of government propaganda. Given the corporate media has recently waged a fake news war to discredit the alternative media, and that Donald Trump has since won the election as now has less than 50 days before taking office, those 9 charts, along with 2 more, are presented, each created directly using the St. Louis Federal Reserve's website, using official Federal Reserve data. Each chart of Obama's economic accomplishments are presented. And again, they're calling them accomplishments. We're going to take a look if that's what I would call them. Are presented containing a watermark sourcing the official Federal Reserve chart data and a live hyperlink below the chart so that there are no discrepancies about the authenticity of the data. These links reference updated official data for the charts. Zero Hedge reported in July, and to further show that the Washington Post so-called fact-checking was just one of thousands of liberally biased fake news articles published by the corporate media during the election. Updated versions of the charts of Obama's accomplishments, along with charts of 2 additional accomplishments, follow below, sourced directly using Federal Reserve data. These are all the accomplishments President Trump will struggle to beat throughout his administration. We're going to click on these charts. We're going to zoom in. Look at that. And most of the movement, well, let's look at the first one. I don't know how good you're going to see this. You should be able to see this pretty good. Student loans. Now, this is incredible to me. I've been studying this for a long time. I've been doing videos on student loan, $1.3, $1.4 trillion in debt. I mean, I've been telling you guys this for a while. I'm following it. But if you just, like, what the hell, look at this, 2000, It was literally sometime in 2004, something happened. What in the hell happened in 2004 that made the masses of students go into college student loan debt massively? Just all of a sudden, oh my God, what's happening? Only thing I can think of during that time period, we had the second invasion of Iraq. We just started the whole Middle East nonsense again. But why would that trigger an unbelievable escalation in student loan debt? It doesn't make sense to me. A normal person, and it's not a good reason, by the way, but everybody does it. But again, it's not a good reason, as you're gonna hear me say, and I'll tell you why. But everybody does it. I heard my freaking mom the other day. It's just not the first time she said this to me. I'm thinking I might go to take some college. I'd really like to take some college courses. One like an accomplishment in life I've never been able to do. I'd like to get a degree in something. Mom, you're living at Andrew's house. You're getting 12 to 15 hours a week work. You collected your Social Security early. Because I'm below the poverty line, I could probably, I've looked into it a little bit. I think I could get my schooling paid for. Well, you're below the poverty line. That's a big 10-4. So I said, in that case, and only in that case, should you ever think of doing such a thing, that's the only way I'd say to go ahead and do it. But you suck at math. I didn't say that. She actually said that to me. I can't do algebra. I can't do anything. I was like, well, you could study it before you took the test to get into college. I just can't. I just can't do it. So in other words, you're not going to go to college. Well, no, but I wish I could, and I wish, I've heard so many people tell, and I'm sure you have too, they're at a normal job, normal as in didn't have to have a college degree to get it, not making as much money as they'd like to. I mean, isn't that the story of all of us? And man, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to college, or I'm going to go to college. I should have did it, yada, yada. I'll just get a student. I can get approved. So many people do it, and they think because of the situation they're in their life, working a regular old job, non-college degree needed, that somehow getting the college degree is going to make their life easier, more money. And I'll be the first to admit it. Having additional money takes a lot less off your life, like burden off your shoulders, period. You don't have to stress about it. I got the credit card payment. I got the water bill. Electric bill was up too high this month. We didn't account for it to be that high. We don't have the money to, all that goes away. I mean, you don't even think about it. You don't have to go buy stuff and say, oh, let me check, let me go look in the bank account. Do we have enough funds before I go buy that? Or let me balance my checkbook. Can I just tell you something? As long as I've been alive, yes, I have had to write checks. So has my wife. She still does currently. We don't balance a checkbook. I've never done that in my life because I don't think I've ever had to worry that, this is out there, but that money's not coming in yet. The money's coming in, and once it comes in, it'll cover that as long as they don't get the check and cash it before that day. No. You have in the past? You had to balance. Oh, she said before she met me, she had to balance her checkbook. And I didn't. I just never had to. But anyways, so the thing that everybody does, and they shouldn't, is that mindset, that thought. I should go get a college degree. I should have done it. I could make a better job now. And the truth of the matter is you already know, 50% or more do not start working on a job that has anything to do with the college degree they got. Which would mean what? It would mean you didn't need the college degree. You had to get the freaking job. And there are some places that says, well, we only want someone with a college degree to work here. There are a few of those places out there. But it's the exception, not the rule. So when I see this chart right here, 2004 to 5 starting over here, it's 04 because 05 starts right here. What in the hell happened that made these student loans skyrocket out of control? I mean, isn't that around the same time? I got this little bug flying around my screen, like a little gnat or something, killing me. Get right in the way of Jason 4 video. Can't concentrate with this little bug flying around me. So, what happened? I don't understand this. But what did happen around that time? Everybody's approved. Home loans, no job, no income, everybody's approved. They made it easier for people to get into houses, and I think they made it easier for people to get loans and go to school. No child left behind. Maybe that's what we're looking at. Not 100% sure, but maybe. Next chart. 1980 starts off. Actually, it looks like 79 or 78. And we have something happen in around the crisis period, 2008, 2009. And this is no small feat, right? I mean, it's just, it went up from like, at the time, if I remember, it was like 24 million on food stamps to like 48 million or something these days. So if you have a recovery, those numbers go back down. Like, see this little, what I'm going to call the camel's hump right here. Oh, little economic problem. People are suffering, foreclosures, whatever. Okay. Recovery's kicking in. Yep. Food stamp usage is going back down. Everything's good. Life is good. Up. Bill Clinton was. Oh wait, no. George Bush took over by the time. I love the people who vote for Hillary. Why are you voting for Hillary? My business did really well when Clinton was in power. Or. Man, gas prices were great when Clinton was in power. I'm going to vote for her. That's it. There's two reasons. Did it ever occur to you that these bozos have nothing to do with the gas price and jobs? You know, whether you, or not jobs, but whether your business did good or not. Now, the whole Congress, the whole government has to vote and dismantle things like Clinton actually did. Glass-Steagall dismantled, you're a bank, now you can become an investment bank. You can bet on anything you want, invest it, you lose, we'll back you up. We're not going to say that, but we will, you know we will. That's exactly what happened. They spent, gambled, bet like drunken sailors, did not work. You and I footed the bill. So that, my friends, is what I say to anyone who says, I'm voting for Clinton because when her husband was, as soon as they said, I can't wait for him. Because why? Because what about Bill Clinton? Oh, by the way, did you know, you hear Glass-Steagall? No, what's that? Oh. Let me tell you what that is, etc. Problem is, they started it then, and it takes a while before the effects take place. So you wouldn't be able to visually see or financially feel the pain like you did in 2008-9 back when Bill Clinton was in power because the changes he made then caused all these things to happen. Moving on, federal debt. 1950, 1960, 1970, I mean, funny, 1971 is literally right here, a third chart. That's when it just starts to creep up. 1971, Nixon takes us off the gold standard. Interesting. We start printing money, debt. Oh, 1990, 99, 2000, here we go. And then a funny thing happens between 2009 and 2010. Even this little leg right here, this little spot, I'll zoom into that for you. This little spot right here is not very, it doesn't make me feel good. It makes me a little bit scared, okay? But from here to here, oh my God, that should terrify you. This is one chart. That should frighten, that should give you nightmares at night. Because no matter who takes office next, again, we know it's supposed to be Trump now. They have to, and that's what this is about. This is what the next president's going to have to do. This is the recovery that they get to deal with. Left to, Obama's legacy is quote-unquote accomplishments. Do these first three, and again, Obama wasn't in power way back here. So that was George Bush, right? Obama came into power after the student loan crisis right around here, 2008. Same thing here, 2005, 6, 7, 8. Remember, Bush was leaving, Obama steps in office, crash, stock market happens, boom. But the crazy upward trend is under Obama's watch. And again, it does not matter if it was him, if it was John McCain, if it was Mitt Romney. These charts would not even look kind of different. They would look identical. Because the president has nothing to do with this. So the club stands a good chance to unleash market hell across the world and say, Trump's policies, it's Trump who did this, it's all his fault. And the masses may just believe him because they're going to see, hey, you're supposed to make America great again, and you're making it worse. Oh my God, right? Nothing to do with him. Money printing. Here's 07, 08. Big money printing there, TARP funds, etc. Federal Reserve bailouts, you name it, boom. Healthcare costs. Oh. Obamacare kicks in. Remember that? That got passed around here. Obamacare kicks in. I think it was in between 2010 and 2011. And then what happens? Healthcare costs start skyrocketing. Labor force participation rate, 1990, 2014. This is going down, 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 and more down. Black inequality is actually up since 1991. It has never been higher since Barack Obama has been put in office. Now ain't that something? Median family income. Down, down. 2005, 6, 7, right here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Median family income, down. Home ownership. Although we're back at all-time highs, generally speaking, in the housing market, which, as you know, what happens after an all-time high? Time to crash. But nonetheless, we have 1985 or so, 90s, 94, 95. Up, Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton's in the house. 95, 96, 97, 99. Bill Clinton, man. Home ownership rates rise. Again, they dismantled Glass-Steagall, made it easy for everybody. Bush did the same thing too. Let's not forget Bush because he helped. 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, peak, boom, down. Now this is not house prices, okay? This is the home ownership rate. How many Americans are out buying homes and actually own a home, not renting? Numbers are way down, not looking good. We're back down, almost touching the 80s and 90s. I mean, if you look at the very early 80s, we're actually touching that right now. Well, of course, my big fat head's in the way. Let me move my face out of the way. Right there, bottom right. Far left, let's just zoom into that. 1984 or so, we are back there. Home ownership rate. It went and started looking good for between Bush Jr. and Bill Clinton. But again, those guys dismantled Glass-Steagall. Bush passed the easy, you know, everybody's approved. Made it easier for people, you know, minorities to get houses and low-income people to get houses. There's a reason they can't get houses. They can't afford it. And you guys came in and said, don't worry about it, just everybody's approved. For each and every action, there is an opposite and equal reaction. JSNIP4, out.